Hey, what's up, everyone? Wanted to hop on here, do a quick review, unboxing video, if you wish, of the to this new steam cleaner that I just picked up from Amazon. And I saw it. I need some. My grill is looking kind of, it's looking kind of gross, and so I wanted to pick up a steam cleaner. Maybe I can get some of the old hamburgers and hot dogs off of the grills themselves. Heard on YouTube that, heard on the internet that you could basically use a steam cleaner to do this, so I decided to pick one up. And kind of bringing it out of the box here. Again, it does come in, once you get out of the box, it does come in this nice carrying case, which I really, really love for easy storage. Because, again, if you start having these big, long hoses, and I have another cleaner for a car, and I'll tell you what, having the really, really big, long steam hose is a pain in the butt. But this is a high-pressure steam cleaner. This is the one that I have is a low pressure. But yeah, so I have a little gun here on the end. Let's kind of get this unboxed, set up, and I'll kind of walk you through the components. But coming out of the box, the first thing, the plastic does seem very hard and dense. It does seem very well built. It's again, all the rubber hosing here seems to be high quality. It is something that, again, I think it is particularly well built. Let me get it here. Let me get it set up. Kind of walk you through it. All right, so now that we've got this a little bit here unpacked, I kind of want to go through the business end of this steamer. So there's been a couple of attachments that you get. So this is the main handheld nozzle, and to go on this, you'll notice here on the camera here that it's threaded on the end. So what that threads do is those threads go into these various brush attachments that you have. It looks like you got two of the same, presumably for when one wears out eventually. I'm hoping that's not too soon, but I don't think it will be. So you've got this like really stiff plastic bristle brush so that you can have the steam flow through here, and then use the brush to kind of agitate and break everything up. And then you've got what I'm going to use on my barbecue is you've got this, actually it's a steel bristled wire brush again, so the steam can flow through, and then you can just kind of, again, agitate everything and the steam will break it all up. Now, if you have harder to reach places, they do give you this very long elbow extension. It's got the same threads on the end here as the other ones, and the way that these here will just thread on is really, really, really simple. So that's going to go down there until that's tight. Now that that's on the end, and then same thing on the main end if you don't want to use the extension. Basically, it's a real quick thread it right on. To add the extension, though, you're gonna have to actually unscrew this, and this is actually comes from the factory pretty darn tight. So I'm gonna have to maybe get a tool or something to help get this off so that I can put the extension on. So give me a second. All right, so I didn't actually need a tool. I just needed really two hands and some leverage here. It's hard kind of reaching around the camera. So basically, if you don't have a camera in front of you, this should be fairly easy to come off. And again, it's all threaded that way is there. And then the nut end over here, to make sure they do give you, if you look inside here, there's a bunch of rubber O-rings. Okay, you want to make sure that you have one inside here. That's going to make sure that you get a good seal. And then that's going to thread right on there. And then, again, you want to make sure that it's tightened down nice and you've got everything here. And then you've got a nice long handle, long reach steamer, which again is a very, very nice addition to the box. Trigger design in the back here, it's actually pretty easy to use. They have this little flap here on the back, which you can actually use kind of like a safety switch. So now if you want to have that there, as long as it's in, there's like a little, you'll see there's like a little indent here. Again, it's hard to do here on camera. But if that's up there, you really can't squeeze on it. But if it's down here, then it's basically just a squeeze to get the steam to come out. Now, the design of this steamer is what I actually like about it, because it's good for somebody who might be in a smaller space, somebody who might not have a whole lot of storage, you might live in an apartment, whatever. It's basically, obviously you have your power cord, you're going to have to power that in, but you are going to have to supply your own water supply. So this has a little filter here so it doesn't pick up any gunk to go through the steamer. But basically what you're going to do is basically fill like a mop bucket or a 5-gallon bucket of water, and then just drop this in there, and this is what's going to draw the water from to turn it into steam. Now, I like this a lot because, again, I have another steamer that has an onboard tank, and the unit is huge. Like, there's nowhere else to put it except the garage, and it doesn't have this nice little carrying case, and it takes up a lot of room on the shelf. This is nice. It gives you high-pressure steam without having a huge footprint, and this is no bigger than a briefcase when it's all stored inside this nice carrying case. Let's get it set up, and I'll show you how it works. All right, so now I got my barbecue out here, and as you can see, I got the grates kind of just all have all kinds of gunk on them. And I've got the steamer unit. I've got the bucket of water where I drop the water in, or drop the pickup in, and then I've also ran an extension cord out here so I can plug it in. So all I'm going to do here is on the unit, let that go, and now that is going to start drawing water from here and heating it up so that it is boiling hot. Now this is going to run for a bit. I mean, once it gets primed and once it's full of water, it does quiet down a whole lot. and we'll see how long this actually takes to, you know, to actually heat up the water into steam. All right, so after about 60 seconds, it's a little bit, it's still a little bit of water, but we're close. We got a fair amount of steam here. So if I would go here to prime it, I would let the cold water out of the system first, but that heated up really, really fast. We come down here, and then I'm just going to try to do this through the camera, but as you can see, that little bit is now clean. I mean, everything was broken right up. And yeah, so I do actually recommend this a lot. This is going to make cleaning this grill really, really easy. So yeah, definitely pick up yourself one of these.